Hello, everybody. It's Dustin here with Attacking Third. Some of you might know I'm a big card collector. Back in 2023, our home was robbed, and majority of my collection was stolen. And those cards have not been returned. The gentleman who stole from us, it was tough on our family, but he went to jail. He stole from a lot of people. I think it was a bender, all kinds of crazy stuff, people stealing for other people's stuff for no reason. But so those cards, I've been, thinking about it for about a year. I kind of just didn't collect anymore, kind of was a little timid. But after that year's over, I got back into it. I just love the hobby. A lot of good people in the hobby. So those cards, I always looking for them. So I'm always doing Google search, always trying to find if I can find those cards. A lot of them are 1-of-1s, out of 10s. So specialty cards that easy to find if you know the business. So I always go on Google image search and I found one. I had a Trevor Lawrence 1/10 National Treasure patch, and the patch was unique. It looked like a relative, like an in there, so super unique. So I went to Google search and I found it. I found that it sold back in January 5th on a company called Card Hobby. So I found them. I reached out to Card Hobby. Some about this industry is people are really good to help you out when things are tough. So I reached out to them immediately. Card Hobby, shout out to you guys. They sent a message immediately and said, hey, I don't know if you can see it, but they sent it over to me. Here's the seller. If you'd like to reach out to him on our platform, you're more than welcome to. So I reached out to him. Happens that this card is in China. This seller bought it back in November of 2025 on eBay. Then he bought it from a company called, and I reached out to them, Metaverse, and he bought it from them. So he gave me the information. I reached out to Metaverse on Instagram. Metaverse Cards, which is also in China, got right back to me. They said, hey, send us the card, anything we could do to help. Very helpful. I said, hey, where'd you get it from? They seem to be like an auction house of some sort, maybe in China. Looks like they get cards from all over and they sell them on their platform on eBay, that kind of thing. And so they said, hey, let's reach out and I'll see what I can do. So I sent them pictures, let them know the story, and they came back to me and said, let me reach out to the person that we received it from. They had an idea that it maybe was switched hands several times, and they said, we can't give you that information of our seller, confidential, which I totally understand. And I gave them my email and said, hey, anything you could do which would be great. So we're trying to track down this Trevor Lawrence National Treasure card and see if we can find out if it goes all the way back. But isn't that crazy? Somewhere in Little Reno, gentleman steals it. There was a lot of stuff that he put to pawn shops, but some of the stuff we were able to find. And then that card goes from Reno all the way to China and changes hands at least twice that we know of. So this story is ongoing, and I'll try to update it as I get more information. But again, this was Dustin with Attacking Third. Appreciate you watching. Thanks.